Not seeing the live though. It's telling me I'm live, but I'm not seeing the live. Gotta see the live. Just make sure. Yay! Good, good, good. Well, we've come to another end of our time here. We're moving again to yet another location. It's all part of the adventure. So, gonna make it real short. There was a study done by some psychologists, and they studied, actually it was done by Time magazine, and they did a study on the psychology. Let me take that back. Time magazine described a study by a psychologist of people who had lost their job 3 times due to the business, the way they worked, closing. And what they found was amazing. They found that they thought that the people would be beat down, they'll be depressed, down, and out and discouraged. They found them to be incredibly resilient, and that's because these people learned to weather the storm and take on adversity, repeated adversity, and they learned to bounce back. So people who had lost a job and found a new one twice before were much more prepared to deal with adversity than someone who had always worked at the same place for a long time and never had to worry about whether they were going to lose their job or not. So the irony of it is, the more times you've worked on something and you failed, but you got back up and you kept going, the more you are able to face adversity. So when you fail and fail and fail again, keep getting back up on your feet and keep learning. The key thing is to keep learning from your failures. And that way you will build strength, tenacity, experience, and wisdom. You'll be stewed up. Strength, tenacity, experience, and wisdom. Be stewed up. And so, whenever something happens, rather than quitting, keep going. For me, I have participated in some contests. I have failed many times. And at the moment when it happens, of course I'm upset. I don't want to talk to anybody. But then I come back because I have stewed it. I have gained strength, tenacity, experience, and wisdom. I have learned from my experience. And the word failure or fail, a better way to look at it, because sometimes we think failure is negative, but failure, first attempt in learning, is an acronym I've heard. Now, if you say, well, it wasn't my first time, I've done it several times, you change the first to further attempt in learning. I was sharing with someone about I have a designation, professional engineer, because I had to go through this rigorous, very rigorous examination to gain that title. And the person I was speaking with was feeling discouraged because she said, I've done it twice. I said, you want to know how many times I did it? I did it 3 times. 3 times the charm before I finally got it. What if I had given up the first time or the second time? But I kept going. I was determined that if it takes me 10 times, I will get this designation. And 3rd time the charm, I got the designation as a professional civil engineer, or PE as it's sometimes referred to. It was not an easy thing. And so I used that learning to look at some other places where I have not gotten the results that I wanted, but it's not failure, it's further attempt in learning. I'm just learning more and more. And so I encourage you also, if there ever comes a time where you've been working on something, it's not proving to be how you want it to go, don't give up. You are learning. Just stew it up. You're gaining strength, you're gaining tenacity, you're gaining experience, and you're gaining wisdom. So that's stew it up. And with that, I gotta run, got a plane to catch, and we'll see you probably tomorrow. That's why I'm doing this now, so that I'll be more rested and then I can continue tomorrow. Thanks so much for joining. Have a wonderful day, morning, evening, night, wherever you may be watching from. God bless. Bye for now.